Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're exploring John Steinbeck's 1937 novella of Mice and Men,
hmm
a really powerful, tragic story about George Milton and Lenny Small, two migrant workers just trying to find their way in Depression-era California.
And that title of Mice and Men, it really tells you a lot up front, doesn't it?
It does. Where's it from again?
It's from Robert Burns, the poet. There's a line in his poem, To a Mouse. The best laid schemes of mice and men gang aft a glee.
Meaning they often go wrong.
Exactly. And that's pretty much the core theme here, isn't it? Unpacking these dreams that just fall apart.
Yeah, and the way Steinbeck built the story really hammers that home. He actually called it a play novelette.
Right. Structured almost like a stage play. 3 acts, 2 chapters each. Very tight, very focused.
Almost claustrophobic. You feel like there's no escape.
And that structure really zeroes in on George and Lenny's relationship. You've got George, who's, quick-witted, looking out for Lenny.
And Lenny, he's this huge, incredibly strong guy, but he has this intellectual difference. He doesn't understand his own strength.
And that love he has for touching soft things. Mice, puppies, velvet. That's his weakness, his fatal flaw.
We see it right away with that incident in Weed they keep mentioning.
Yeah, where Lenny just wanted to feel a woman's soft dress, but he panicked, held on too tight.
And they had to run for their lives, basically.
Right. Which makes their big dream, owning their own little place.
Where Lenny can finally tend the rabbits.
Makes that dream feel so incredibly fragile from the start.
But it's that very fragility, that hope, that pulls other characters in, doesn't it? Like Candy.
Oh, definitely. Candy, the old handyman, he's got one hand, he's worried about his future.
And he offers his life savings, what was it, $350? Which apparently is like $8,000 today.
Yeah, a huge amount back then.
Yeah.
Just for a piece of that dream. It's his way out of the loneliness.
And that loneliness, the isolation, it's everywhere. Even the town name Soledad.
Which literally means solitude in Spanish. It's baked into the setting.
You see it most starkly with Crooks, the stable hand.
Right. Crooks is black, he's educated, but he's completely segregated from the others.
Yeah.
Lives alone in the harness room.
He puts it so bluntly, doesn't he? A guy goes nuts if he ain't got anybody.
Yeah. But for him, it's not a choice. It's forced isolation by the racism of the time, that dream George and Lenny have. For a moment, it seems like it might even include him.
Well, which sort of brings us to Curly's wife. Steinbeck himself said something interesting about her.
Well, yeah.
That she's not a person, she's a symbol. Which is quite a statement. What's she symbolizing then?
Well, I think she represents that same crushed American dream, especially for women back then. She wanted to be an actress, be somebody.
But now she's stuck on this ranch, married to Curly, just desperate for attention.
And that desperation leads her to Lenny in the barn when he's upset about his puppy.
And it's just this collision course. He doesn't mean to, but he's trying to quiet her down, and he breaks her neck.
Yeah. Accidental, but devastating. The dream just evaporates in that instant.
Leaving George with this impossible choice.
And the background to Lenny's character makes it even heavier. Apparently, Steinbeck based him on a real guy he knew.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, someone he worked with. And the story goes that the real person ended up in an asylum.
Okay.
Because he actually killed a ranch foreman with a pitchfork. Apparently because the foreman fired his friend.
Wow. So not accidental at all in the real story.
No. So George's final act in the book,
Yeah.
giving Lenny that quick, merciful death before the lynch mob gets him, it's almost like Steinbeck rewriting that harsher reality, controlling the narrative.
Which speaks to the book's power.
Yeah.
But it's also why it's so controversial even today.
Oh, absolutely. It's constantly challenged, isn't it? Always popping up on banned book lists.
Yeah, it was number 5 on the American Library Association's list for the most challenged books just in the 2000s.
What are the usual reasons?
Vulgarity, profanity, and the offensive language, particularly the racist language used against crooks.
Right. It forces you to confront that ugliness. But ultimately, the story seems to be about this deep sense of powerlessness.
Yeah, everyone's trapped, aren't they, by their circumstances, whether it's intelligence, money, race, gender.
Their dreams just can't survive the reality they're in.
So, wrapping up, what's the final thought we should leave people with? What did Steinbeck himself think about this tragedy?
Well, his original working title is pretty telling. It was just something that happened.
Something that happened that's very neutral.
Exactly. It points to what some call is thinking, non-teleological thinking, basically viewing the events without judgment, almost like fate.
So not assigning blame, just this is how it unfolded.
Pretty much. It just was. It forces you, the reader, to grapple with it. Was George's final act of betrayal, Or was it the only act of mercy left in a world that had already crushed their dream?
A tough question. Something to think about long after you finish the book.